Vibrational divine love and harmonious blessings to each and every single one of you, from all of us, Ali and myself, which she will be here shortly, from Samadhi and Stay Humble Hustle Hard live with Tucker Bearden. We are live today, Wednesday, April 24th, 2019, to bring you the message for today, being brought to you by, okay, we got a little visitor right here, being brought to you by Limitless Digital Media, Curtis Higgins, Network of Influencers, Manny Lopez, Shift Advanced Life Design Magazine by Robert Garcia, BMC Accounting LLC, Brandyn Cox, Do You Even T-shirt line, and by the one and only, thank you for joining us, brother, Tucker Bearden. Love you, brother. We miss you. You're always in our hearts. Can't wait to see you really, really soon. Wow, what's the message for today? What's the message for today? Because today is a very, very important message that we tend to forget in our day-to-day, very busy lives. And that's how to allow authentic abundance into our lives. How to allow authentic abundance into our lives. And what do I mean by that? Because I want you guys to really, and if you're already doing it, awesome, great job. But for those of you who don't know, is to discover the things that really matter, the things that really are going to impact your life. Because everything else is great, the achievements that we do is great, all that we accumulate in life is great. I'm not saying that there's something wrong with that. What I'm saying is, as you progress and enjoy your journey, remember on a daily basis of the real things that matter, the real fundamental, foundational, core things that are going to really impact and make a difference in your life. Because it doesn't matter what you accumulate, doesn't matter what you attain in life, there's always going to be a tolerance, and it's going to be like, okay, I want the next thing, I want the next thing. So today what we want to share with you guys about is real authentic abundance. And when you focus on this from a very centered and very powerful place, the things that you do accumulate, the things that you do attain, will complement what's already inside you, will complement the worthiness that you know you are, will complement the love that you have for you, the way that you see yourself, the way that you reflect yourself in others. And it's not going to be dependent on whether today's a good day or a bad day, whether someone talks to me or doesn't talk to me, whether someone takes my card or whether someone buys my product, whether someone, treats me nicely or not. It's going to come from a very true centered space from within you, and you know who you are. You know that you're discovering more of who you are and loving that journey of self-discovery. So before we begin, here at Samadhi, we love to share that it's not about positivity, it's not about negativity, it's about authenticity, it's about genuineness, it's about realness, it's about rawness, it's about you. It's about you watching this video and what you came to bring into this world. Like this tree behind me, it's doing its job. It's being authentic. It's not acting like something it's not. It's not embracing who it is. It's embracing every part of itself. And it's doing an amazing job. So here at Samadhi, we want you to discover that. We want you to remember that. We want to inspire you to remember who you are more and more. To breathe more. To be more conscious, to be more aware, to be more present, to truly more live, fully live, and not wait for life, something to show up. Not wait for something to happen, and I'll be happy when I get there. I'll be more fulfilled when I get there. I'll be more happy when I have a girlfriend or a boyfriend. I'll be more happy when my mom or my dad appreciates me more. I'll be more happy when my coworkers appreciate me more. I'll be more happy when my business is thriving more. You don't need that to be happy. But it's nothing wrong with realizing that, with living to get that. But are you like my wife, I love how she says, are you happily ever now? Are you happy right now? Because you could be happy right now. And that's what we really want to share on this video today, is that your happiness is not dependent on something. Your happiness is happening in every moment. All you got to do is to make the effort to check in with yourself on a daily basis, just like you check your fluids on your car. Just like you check when you're going to make a podcast. Just like you check that and I forgot to do that, just like you check if your do not disturb is not off. Because if your do not disturb is off, then you're going to get all kinds of calls. If your do not disturb is off, then you're going to get all kinds of calls, and it's going to interrupt your transmission. So how many times do we get interrupted by life because we're not centered, we're not being aware of where we are? How many times do we do that? So the love of my life just showed up. So now we're going to go into the breath. She's coming. So everybody just take a breath with me. Just take a very centered, deep breath of clarity, of love, self-love, and truth with me right now. So, how many times I don't know how that happened. Okay, so just breathe with me. No matter what happens, no matter what distractions come right now, unless you really need to take care of it, things can wait, because you are important. So just take a breath with me and just center yourself right now. Just breathe in you. Breathe in the abundance of life that is you. Feel that. Feel that authenticness that is truly deep down inside you, that is waiting to unfold, that is waiting to share its amazing untapped potential and unseen gifts that are felt with the heart, more importantly than seen with the eyes. And the more we tap into the heart, the more they will be seen with the eyes. So just tap into that right now. Give yourself this moment of self-love, of self-attention, of self-compassion. Beautiful. Let's take a deep breath together. And all as one, ready to receive. And just take a minute to slowly come back and take in your environment. Take in that you are alive. Whether you have 2 hands, 10 fingers, 2 arms, and if you don't have the things that I'm mentioning, be grateful for the things that you do have. Be grateful you have 2 legs. Be grateful you have 2 eyes, 2 ears. You can smell, you can taste, you can touch, you can see, you can feel. Even if you don't have the things that I talked about, we all can feel, because that's our soul. I'm not talking about emotions, I'm talking about feeling. I'm talking about really feeling life. We all can do that. So,
and are we on Tuckers?
Yeah, we're on Tuckers.
Oh, hi. Okay.
So just take a moment to just feel life right now, because that's the message for today. Because you are alive. There's so much to be grateful for. Allowing authentic abundance in your life right now. This moment. Look at this little bird showing up. The birds are provided for. The trees are provided for. Unless you domesticate them. See, the thing about it is the trees in the wild are always provided for. But when you domesticate them, it becomes your sole responsibility to care for them. Just like you are so responsible for you. See, we want to help everybody else, and that's awesome, because I know there's a lot of, servant, heart-driven people that watch us and love us, and blessings and love to you too. We love you guys so much. But we need to talk about something that's very important to talk about, because how many people do we help, but we put ourselves last? When is the last time you gave compassion to yourself? When is the last time you gave time, attention, and focus on yourself? And I'm not talking about a project. You are the ultimate project. You are the ultimate goal. You are the ultimate dream. So when we get bogged down by other goals and dreams, and which are great, but that should come second to the ultimate goal, is the attainment, the realization of who you are, the realization of I love myself. And it's not just words on a screen. It's not just a post that I put. It's a practice that I every day show up. And even if I don't believe myself at times, I know that my brain is working through so I can crystallize that belief, which is already true, that I love myself because I'm here, right now. So the number one goal should be, your number one goal should be to love and accept and allow you to be. Check in with yourself every day. So Tucker was joining us. I don't know if he's still on. Let me check.
Well,
Blessings, Tucker. We love you so much, brother.
And what about you need to check the message?
Yeah, I'm going to check right now.
And I was just coming in at the tail end just to say hello because Michael did the podcast on his own today, which is great. I was out there taking care of our family.
Lori McNeil, Hans Nordziek, Carlos Ceniceros, and Mike Shelton joined us. And over here on Instagram, nobody yet. But they will come.
And again, if you don't watch it live, you can watch it on the replay.
Yes. And on Tucker's, I don't see anybody, but maybe I need to go on a separate page. See, the more things they add on Facebook, it's just like life. We need to study ourselves. That way we can see when things show up in life, we don't feel lost. So I'm going to go into Tucker's page on another separate tab, so I can see who's commenting. Because we realize that when we get off, that people comment and we're like, how come we didn't see that? And that's because they have this thing called the watch party now. So if anybody of you know how to work this, we really appreciate that. If you can help us out. But go ahead, Ali. I know that basically what I was telling them is that...
the topic of today about allowing abundance.
Okay, there's 4 comments. Let me go in there.
Look at this.
Yeah, I left them out.
It's okay. Oh my. Well, it's just a...
He's feeling all the love. Tucker Byrne says, hey brother. Mel Bailey says, hi. Blessings, Tucker. Hi, Mel Bailey. Thank you for joining us today. And go ahead, Ali.
Well, in my opinion, sometimes when we stop a blessing from happening, we close up the doors. And in any kind of... I always like to do the comparison, especially on Tucker's Live, because he speaks to all those entrepreneurs. But really, when you really get down to it, aren't we all, even like the housewife is the best entrepreneur I know. She takes care of a very delicate corporation. Anyway, so when you're getting a blessing from someone, be it through something physical, tangible that they're going to give you and you don't receive, then you're not allowing those blessings to come. And when you don't allow yourself first to bless yourself by eating right, sleeping, drinking plenty of water, taking care of your dreams and your goals, then how can you accept a blessing from anybody else? So I was very blessed this morning because of a dear friend and student of ours, our brother our brother, he says, hey, he says, did you know that today there's an overflow and abundance of food at this program here in Yuma for the dogs, and we have a huge Rottweiler that can sure eat, and then our tiny little mix of a miniature Doberman Pinscher thing, but they eat really well, and so sometimes it's challenging to keep up with the dog food.
He doesn't say no to abundance.
And there was a point in our lives when things got a little tough, and I thought, you know, we need to be good to our dogs, and if we can't take care of them the right way, we need to find them a better home. Michael's like, we'll take half the food off our plate, whatever you do, but we're keeping our babies. So long story short, we go to this place. It's all new to me, but you know, our student says, come on. And so I go ahead and take him and help him out for his dogs. And I got like, I don't know, probably 4 months, at least 4 months worth of food.
A bunch.
They had such excess that they gave me double what they were supposed to give me. And now our puppies are set for a very long time with their dog food. But that's a blessing. See, and if I want to receive that from our student, because the student struggles a lot as well, and they wanted to bless us, and if I would have said, no, that's okay, I don't want to go, or I'm going to be busy, I said, you know what, I need to go. I need to go and check this out, and boy, was I blessed. So that's what I was doing, so I missed a little bit of the live, but it is great to accept a blessing, however it may come. Consider it a blessing. Even someone who tries to put you down is a blessing.
Yeah.
Those are the best blessings because they're hidden as a curse. They're hidden as criticism or negativity. But you have the choice to turn it around and turn it into a blessing.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't matter when someone says you're dysfunctional or you're a negative person or you don't know what you're doing, whatever it is that you're told, take that and turn it around as a beautiful blessing and say, you know what, I don't need to prove it to anybody, but I know who I am. And that kind of puts you to sit for a while and put yourself in check. Where am I? Where am I coming from? Am I really coming from my heart? Am I really doing what I know I can do best? And let them say whatever they say, it's a blessing. So that's my 2 cents worth today.
Thank you, Ali.
Mm-hmm.
One thing I wanted to share is because, during our reading time, we're reading this amazing book. It's called The Kindness Handbook. We highly recommend you read it. And what it is, and it was introduced to me by Ali. She had it on her shelf for 12 years before she found this path. And she didn't realize the goal she had in front of her. See, how many things do we have that if we really appreciated them, we could really benefit from them? Because you can, I was speaking with someone the other day, and it's like, yeah, we read books and we gain information from books. If we practice them, see, this is the thing. If we practice whatever book we read, it will work. But the thing about it is, are you practicing your own book? Are you practicing your own life? Because compassion to yourself is when things show up and you don't really, doesn't, what we call emotionally feel good, do we run from it? Do we hide from it? Do we stay so busy that we don't stop and sit in stillness and silence so that we can get our truest clarity, our truest wisdom, our truest intelligence? Because when we depend on quotes and posts and all these different things, we don't awaken our innate ability, our innate intuitive faculties. And that's great that we do that. But what I'm saying is, when it becomes a dependency, that you're not learning from your own teacher, which is yourself, and how it's reflecting in life, you're not being compassionate towards yourself because you're ignoring that and you're covering it up. You're dumbing it down. It's like taking a pharmaceutical pill. It's just going to numb. It's just going to desensitize your experience.
So, that's what Samadhi brings for you today. Short and sweet, to the point. And the most important thing is practice. We can sit here, I know we could, for hours and tell you about different experiences, but we want you to go out there and practice. Practice allowing, practice receiving those blessings, and practice loving yourself. Practice that kindness towards yourself. That's what's important.
And you know what?
So,
what you just said right now, earlier, reminds me of my own life, because how many times, because I did a video about 2 weeks ago when I said say yes to life.
mm-hmm.
And it's easy to say yes when everything is going great. But when we say no when things aren't going so great, then we're not allowing us to break through so that we can see the yes behind the no. See, in the business world, how many times do we hear, if you hand out 100 cards, you'll get 99 no's. But that one yes that you get, it's like, boom, right? How many times are we saying no in life? And we don't allow that one yes to trust to come through. Because the more we say no, the more we're saying no to everything. So when we appreciate the no's, like when we get the resistance in life, and we're like, you know what, I'm just going to continue. And we embrace that resistance, we learn from that resistance, then we'll get to our next level. Because that resistance is our blessing to let go and break and destroy all those things that no longer have served us before. But if we say no to them, we're just putting them in the back of our consciousness. We're just putting them in the closet per se. When you got to clean the house and somebody's coming over and you just stuff everything in the closet, that's what we do when we say no to what are truly invisible blessings that appear like what's called bad luck, what's called bad people, bad circumstances. It's really not bad people, bad circumstances. They're showing up to bless you because they're reminding you of what you need to let go. Is it impatience? Is it frustration? Is it doubt? Is it insecurity? Is it fear? Is it resentment? Is it unworthiness? Is it, sadness? Is it confusion? So, when these things show up in life, don't judge what's showing up. Embrace it and say, why is this showing up in my life? Well, if I'm not having patience right now, wow, this thing is showing up for me to have more patience. This person, this event, this experience is showing up for me to have more clarity, because when I let go of the resentment, when I let go of the guilt, whatever that shows up as, the more you're letting it go, it's going to be better than reading 10,000 books and you not taking action. Take it from personal experience.
Yes.
So sometimes the abundance, no, I'll be honest, most of the time the abundance that's showing up in our life is an invisible blessing on what to let go. It's not just abundance of, oh yes, this showed up, so I'm going to celebrate. That's great. But if we celebrate when things are so great, but when things show up that are not so great, and we judge, and we criticize, we condemn, we fight, we have conflict with, because that's judgment. It's an invisible fight. So when we do these things, we're just asking for more of it. And we're asking to stay where we think we can't get out of. So again, allow authentic abundance in your life right now. Because abundance is showing up in every which way. But sometimes the fertilizer that's going to help the tree and the plants grow, we're not going to eat it, but we're going to let it serve what it came to serve. That's abundance. Fertilizer is abundance for the ground. Life gives us fertilizer. Where we place it and what we do with it is going to have a huge effect on our transformational growth and realization and appreciation of life. So
thank you again, everyone, for joining us today on this beautiful Wednesday morning here in Yuma, Arizona. And keep it humble, hustle hard, keep it moving, keep that energy moving, and see your obstacles as blessings, and just allow the blessings to come. So if you have any questions, sign up for our classes.
We have one new comment.
Okay, what is it?
Let's see.
One new comment. And then we'll say ciao ciao.
And another thing too is when resistance shows up, the easiest thing to do is stop and breathe. See, we think we got to figure it out. But if you just stop and breathe, remember, when we're not breathing, we're connected to our older, more, what they call the reptilian brain. But it's really an old, ancient brain. And it doesn't have the consciousness. It hasn't evolved. So see, we go to the past, so we go to our limited brain. But when we breathe and we start relaxing more, we start getting in this flow of allowance on all levels, then we will start to tap into the abundance that exists within us. We'll have the solutions that we've been waiting for somebody to show us, for something to happen, when really the abundance is inside of us. Okay, it says we have a comment. I'm not able to see it. Hold on a second. Still getting used to this watch party, guys. And we have Nolan Hodges, Ilka B. Dermishi, Sean Douglas, Lori Green, Christian Castro, King Olanwiwahu, Larry, that joined us. And I'm going to go and see where the comment is. still got to get used to this watch party.
Well, if we don't find you, I'm sure once we get
I
off
don't see the
off the live, all of a sudden we see all these comments come shooting
for some
in,
reason,
so
if we don't answer your comments, we do apologize. We'll get better at this.
Yeah, and I
it's
know-
just like practice. You
I know that
practice anything in
sometimes
life.
when Tucker has done his
You practice anything in life, you get better at it.
yes, and I know that there's times when Tucker is on live and he'll be seeing as many as he can, and then he'll just go back after and answer them and greet people. So it happens. It happens.
So I don't see any comments as of now. And that's weird. Okay, guys. Well, it says we have one new comment, but I'm not able to see it.
It's gonna pop up. Watch when we get off.
Let me see. Yeah, it does. Here we go. Okay, one new comment. Well, it's not showing me. But anyways, guys, we want to make it short and sweet, and this was a good message.
Yes.
Because you know what? Yes?
That was a good message. So reflect with it, practice it.
Yeah.
Quality over quantity.
Because what you do with it is very important. So, like I said in the beginning, it's okay to attain things, but don't get so busy in the attainment of it and helping everybody else and doing so much that you forget about the number one that is important in your life, because you are the center of your universe, creating from your innerverse. And if you've never heard that before, please go watch our videos, because we explain that. The innerverse is where all things exist. The universe is the fabric of your reality that you're creating. And we're each creating our own universe, which means we're each living our own truth. And at the level of truth that we believe, nobody can cause us to believe otherwise unless we let go. So, let everybody create their universe. You focus on some people say, oh, that's like, you know, it's affecting the vibration, right? Because it was a big old military helicopter that went over us. But the thing about it is they're just doing their job, and I'm not going to judge what they do. But the one thing that I'm going to say is, boy, did I feel that vibration. When they came over, you literally felt vibration. We live in a vibrational reality, guys, that in that vibrational reality, vibration doesn't judge. It just shows up, and it's the law of cause and effect. Where you're at, it's just going to give you more of where you're at on a vibrational frequency level. So what frequency are you believing? Because what you're believing frequency-wise, you're emitting frequency-wise, and you're asking for more of that frequency. So, what are you asking for? By the way that you're living, by the way that you're allowing. And what abundance are you allowing in your life from the perspective that you believe it? Abundance is everywhere. It's happening every moment. Don't judge it. Embrace it. Accept it. Allow it. And surrender. Remember, to allow is to surrender. Surrender by what you think it has to be. Surrender by what you've been taught it is. Because what you've been taught, it served a purpose, but you are showing up as your greatest teacher. Question everything and surrender to what you think you know, so you can allow what is to be, so you can be and allow and align with it. Anything else? So, sign up for our classes if you wish to know more. Support Samadhi, because Samadhi is here to stay. And Samadhi needs you. If this message impacted something inside of you, and you wish for others to experience this, don't just keep it for yourself. Share these videos. Donate to our cause. Tell your friends about us. Tell your family that you think you can't get along with, hey, use us as your ally. Use us as an assistance to you. Because when they watch our videos, they're going to feel more closer to themselves, because that's our intention. Our intention is not just to teach a video. Our intention is to bring you closer within yourself, because you already know what to do. Inside of you, you already know what to do, and you already know how to do it, but you've just been believing everybody else and not trusting yourself. Trust yourself. Stop judging yourself and follow your heart. So, support us in any which way you can, and you'll be helping so many others, and it will be giving back to you. Pressed down, shaken together, and abundantly. So, we love you all. Keep doing what you're doing, and just allow, surrender, and allow what's already happening to be, because you are. You're doing it magnificently. You're thriving in every moment. Surrender to that thriving, and let that thriving be. Cousin, Autumn. Blessings, Autumn. We love you. If you watched it from the beginning, awesome. If you didn't, this was a great, great video. If I don't say so myself. Blessings. We love you.